Japan for me was a real treat, somewhere that's been on my bucket list for a really long time. We arrived just after 3 earthquakes had happened and shaken the country. But despite that, it felt established, like London in a parallel universe. It didn't have the same sense of trying that some of the newer cities had that we had visited before. 127 million people, the 10th biggest population in the world, with a GDP per capita of $35,000 per person, performing 15th in progress with a score of 83 out of 100. The numbers for Japan are pretty balanced, but with the lowest intolerance at 60. I found it to be relaxing, to be in this culture of honour, manifest in low crime rates, and benefiting from this eagerness to help with a level of politeness I have never experienced. And this philosophy of simplicity seen everywhere I go, from the signs on doors to the size of the metro tickets, using no more than they need to communicate what they need to say. Somehow my mind was at rest being there in a way I haven't experienced before. A refined and mature culture, but we learned that there's a dark side. The people that came to our discussions told us of the restrictive systems of education and employment that demand an inhuman amount of attention and energy just to save face, just to keep up with the Joneses, staying at work incredibly long hours because they can't be seen to leave before their boss does, even if they're not getting any work done. This apparent focus on perception over reality takes its toll with a painfully high rate of suicide and depression. The thing that we heard most from the Japanese was how thankful they were that we had created a space where people could just talk, a trusted environment where people could express themselves. I think I've taken for granted what it feels like to grow up in an emotion-based community where people want to listen to my feelings. They want to understand what's going on inside me and give room to let it breathe. It was a real privilege to be able to hear these guys and girls express themselves for the first time. Not just because what they had to say was so powerful, but because it created awareness in me of what I've been so lucky to experience.